Over 10,000 pins set unused over fears that inclusivity is a, quote, dangerous ideology. Staff members of the Scottish National Health Service were instructed that they should call out hate speech and were given inclusivity flag pins to wear as a signpost of safety for LGBT and minority groups. A Scottish government spokesman told the Daily Telegraph, "Our health system is based on the core values of care, compassion, honesty, dignity, and respect for everyone, irrespective of their individual identities." The NHS Scotland Pride Badge encourages open and constructive conversations on difficult issues pertaining to ethnicity, age, sex, and sexuality, and showcases our commitment to foster an environment that is open, tolerant, and inclusive for all. The SNP-led government launched the initiative with NHS Scotland in 2021 to encourage staff to respect the identity of trans people and adopt inclusive language. But the UK is currently rife with skepticism, as we've seen, and fear rooted in the political rhetoric that showing compassion for transgender people is part of a dangerous ideology that somehow infringes on the rights of women. Gender critical antagonists like Tina Brudge held to the belief that the initiative was politically motivated and said NHS staff had been pressured into it. Brudge, a director at For Women Scotland, told the Daily Telegraph, "This may sound like a harmless scheme, but it is underpinned by a dangerous ideology which harms women's rights." She continued with her straw man arguments, complaining that, quote, "It is astonishing that NHS Scotland partners with a group like Stonewall, which believes sex doesn't matter and ideology trumps biology." I don't know where the idea comes from that sex doesn't matter to us. I don't know where that claim comes from, and that respecting people is somehow part of some greater conspiracy against women. But, a lot of this, a lot of wading through these policies and this rhetoric takes a great deal of mental gymnastics to try and understand what the key issue is, like what the core of their argument is, and finding out those things that are actually based in fact. And there's often very few of them. It's often, this rhetorical fear and just kind of generalities. It's very sad. It's very sad.